Hello everybody, it's James Chantry from Chantry Agricultural Engineers in Gainsborough. This is the first video that I've done in the workshop, so you'll have to bear with me. It might not be very good, it probably won't be very good, but please just bear with me. So this is a Sunday, we work on a Sunday because this is one of our own projects that I'm doing in between other things. Now obviously we're from Gainsborough, middle of Gainsborough now. Across the road is Marshall's factory, the Britannia Works, or what was. So collecting Marshalls is a big part of what we do. We've got 14 of various different, 15 if you count the steam engine on a pickup, plus the drums and combines and saws. And yeah, we're a bit obsessed. So yeah, this is a Series 1. This is a 1946 Series 1 Marshall that I bought August 2025, unseen, off the internet, as I do pretty much most of the things I buy, to be fair. Yeah, I bought it from a chap down in Penzance, Cornwall, a good friend of mine. I've bought 2 Series 1s off him now. He hadn't owned this long, he'd just bought it, and he wanted to buy something else, so needed the shed space, so I bought it off him without seeing it. He did tell me it needed some work, and yeah, he wasn't wrong. It's a bit of a turd, if I'm honest. It's a bit of a turd. I knew it was going to be fairly bad, but I didn't quite anticipate how bad it'd be. Yeah, it's pretty crap. So anyway, we got it in September last year. Last year at Newark in November was the 80th anniversary of Series 1. So I says, oh yeah, we'll get it done, take it there, that'll be all right. Yeah, it was a bit of a mad last minute rush. We had no end to do to it. It was just job after job after job. Whatever we did was just more and more and more and more. So anyway, I'll turn the camera around if I know how to do that. Actually, I probably don't know how to do that. But anyway, so yeah, jobs we've done to it so far. We've done the half shaft bearing. That was the first thing that come in. Picked it up, you could slop the wheel about. That was nice. Did that. We've done. I had to do a steering box. The steering box was appalling. So we've actually had that redone. Just in there, new bearings in it. We machine them out. We don't do it. We get someone to do it for us because at the minute I haven't got anything to machine it. So we machine the worm because it's a really crap idea on the Series 2, Series 1, Series 2. It's like the race, the cone is part of the taper of the worm, so we'll machine that off, machine the housing out, and then put like Arthur Williams sort of trailer Timken taper roller bearings in, and to be fair, it's like power steering when you've done that. Brilliant. So we did that. In doing so, took the steering box off, found that the bearing behind it and the gearbox was knackered, so couldn't get that out. So I had to take the tin work off because it looked like Stevie Wonder had done that. It was absolutely shit. It was terrible. Like, I don't like pulling people's work to bits, but bloody hell, it was awful. There was about 2 bolts holding the foot plate in, the mudguard on. They'd welded the bloody foot plates, some homemade foot plates, to the mudguards. It was just appalling. Homemade seat that had all fallen to bits. Homemade toolbox lid that, again, it looked like someone who eats crayons had made. Yeah, it was pretty depressing, really. But anyway, yeah, so we took that off. So I had to take all the top off, took the gearbox top off, took the tank off, took all that off, and knocked the bearing out from inside. In doing so, we found out that actually, yeah, the number 2 motion shaft in the gearbox had more slap on it than I don't know what. You could end float to buggery, so we shimmed all that up. Someone had made their own diff lock lever and throttle lever, and that was absolutely appalling. So anyway, I ended up finding a decent one. The seat was crap, the seat base was crap. We've changed all that, put new tyres on it. The front wheels are Series 2 rims, but they're absolutely appalling as well. Everything is, I'll use that word quite a bit probably because it describes most of the tractor. So we had them plasma cut out to look like Series 1 wheels, put new tyres on it, new exhaust, had a Series 2 exhaust on it, a new chaff screen because it looked like it'd been made out of tissue paper. Yeah, keep going and going and going. So really, Robert Crawford's Yeah, we provide an excellent service. There's not many tractors with like 80-year-old you can ring up that were sort of hand-built. You know, they weren't a mainstream sort of tractor really. You can ring them up when they've got the bits on the shelf. It's pretty brilliant, really. But I think on the proceeds of this one, I think Robert's bought his like 15th holiday home that we've paid for ourselves. So, yeah, it's not a cheap tractor anymore. The clutch was crap. Someone had made some brake pads out of some car ones. I've never seen out so bad in my life. So the clutch wouldn't clear. You had to be on a bit of a wing and a prayer. Whether you put your foot on the pedal and it'd actually do anything. So we took all that off, took the pulley off, and put new bearing in it. Oh, and I found out, what did I find out? Something had gone on there. We put new pads on it. I found out, oh, the fork was worn. The fork was worn, the lever, and the yoke was worn, this bit. This was worn, you can see maybe on there. So we'll change that. That's the thrust bearing carrier. Yeah, changed all that, built it all back up. Happy days. Someone had sheared the head off the key as well, which was a nice touch. I took the cover off, getting all like full of a bit of enthusiasm. Took the cover off and found that someone had already been in there. I think it was the same crane eater who's done the most of the other work and sheared the bloody head off the key. So we drilled that out. Yeah, it was a nice touch, really. Yeah, so then when we put the clutch back on, we found that this clutch arm here, so it's cable operated. You press your pedal down and it works this lever across, pulls the clutch off the cone. The cone, like the cone sort of thing, is keyed to the crank, and this pulley outer moves off it to sort of disengage drive. The brake pads at the back which sort of stop it dead so you can change gear. Now this arm was moving too far that way, and it had walloped the bloody fitting. This pipe here is for the clutch side crank bearing, so it had snapped the fitting on it. It did us a favour, really, to be honest, because it had done that. I thought, I'll put a new pipe on it while we're going this far. I won't try and mend it or out like that, because sod's law, it'll just leak. So, on anything on these, if you're doing an engine on these, you just like chuck money at it, you know, it's just like bottomless pit. So, yeah, put a new pipe on it, it's done with. Now on this, if you're aware or not, I don't know, there's a, this is your oil pump, this is your flywheel goes on here. This is what I call governor housing, oil pump housing, whatever you want to call it. And there's the oil pump in the bottom. And they have this primer lever, it's normally down, and you push that down and it engages into these plungers. And the plungers, you basically prime the pump, you know. So I thought, right, I'll just prime the pump, prime the oil through this pipe before I fire it up. So I tried that, nothing coming out. Oh shit. So took this pipe off at the top, shoved the oil can in it, oiled it, the bearing, fired it up. I mean, I was priming it for about 10 minutes, nothing coming out, because it has the steady drip lubrication sort of thing. It's no pressure to it. So fired it up, still nothing coming out, dry as a bone. What the bloody hell's going on here? So, right, there's nothing for it then, we're going to have to take the flywheel off. Which is, again, you don't take the flywheel off voluntarily. It's not like undo a ring of bolts, it's 2 bloody keys. So, anyway, again, long story short, we have this tool that we made a tool with a fork, and it welds to the key each side and across the back, and then we put it on an axle stand and just beat shit out of it with a 14-pound hammer to pull the key out. And it works, to be fair. It's crude, everyone seems to have their own type. We do try key drawers, class key drawers and that first. They just laugh at it, so yeah. So we got them out, pulled the flywheel off, and the flywheel's a big old lump, it's there, and took the cover off the end, drained the oil out, took the cover off the end. One of the plungers was stuck, and the pump. Now, the pump, if anyone knows, the pump has 6 feeds on it, and on a Marshall, only 5 are used. So it's, get the bugger out, only 5 are used, so bear with me. Right, so number 6 feed is actually blanked off. Well, it's not blanked off, it just doesn't do anything. So anyway, I thought that's bloody strange. It's number 6, I thought it was number 6, it was stuck. So anyway, I thought, right, sod it, the rest of the tractor's been fairly crap. Let's send it to Crawford's, to Dave in the workshop there, let's have it overhauled. So we did, took it to get it overhauled. And he come back and says, well, there's no wrong with that pump. Only number 6 is seized. And that shouldn't affect you because you don't use it. So anyway, he sorted that out. And I got it back. I looked at the pictures of it when I took it out. I looked at my book, my manual. And some bloody idiot had put the feed in the wrong fitting. So it wasn't getting any oil. So for Christ knows how long, it's not been getting any oil to this crank bearing. So they've put it in the bloody one that was blanked off, and the one that it's for, they've been just pissing oil out into the governor house and not doing a damn thing. Which is nice. So, yeah, excuse me. So anyway, that's where we're at. So I've got the pump off. I'm going to put the pump in, that's my next job. I want to try and get it done. I've been meaning to do it in the week and then just not had time. It's just been one of them things. Can't get my head into gear when there's everything going on when we're all at work. So yeah, so in doing the pump calibration, I needed to check what sort of little end it's got in. That Series 1's had a bronze bush, and there was not great. They changed them for a taper roll, well not taper roll, a bloody needle roller bearing, of which I've got one in this Series 3 somewhere. I can show you, because I've got this one in bits and all. They have always assortment of needles in them, on a big old pin. So yeah, anyway, turns out, long story short, I can't find the one on this one, so I can't show you it. But anyway, this one's got the Series 2 type needle roller, which is great news. So obviously the calibrations of the pump are different depending on what the big end is, the little end is. So I took the air cleaner off, and that's straight into the crank, into the into the con rod. There's the big end. So anyway, I looked and I turned it around. I thought, oh, that's bloody strange, because it's got Series 3 counterweights on it. Oh God, has it got a Series 3 crank in it? So yeah, for anyone that don't know, Series 3 has these bolts through the bottom that's pinned through, whereas a Series 2, Series 1 has nuts in the side that are held in with lead. So anyway, another long story short, I took the big end off. Actually, it's very good. The big end's been getting oil. Luckily, it's all good. And because the difference between a Series 2 and a 3 crank is they run the opposite direction. The engines run the opposite direction. So if the oil's getting, the oil hole in it is in a different place. So it wouldn't oil properly basically if it had a Series 3 crank in it. But it does have a Series 2 in it, and somehow they've fitted Series 3 weights. I've never seen that. Yeah, but they've managed it, so it must work. Don't know. But yeah, in doing so, taking that air filter off, some absolute, choosing words carefully here, special person had screen fixed the bloody filter on. Well, air cleaner out, and the bloody screen fixed it on. I had to chisel it off, and I mean chisel it off. We put a 4-foot bloody bar in it, and I'm fairly fat to be fair. I'm a fair porker. I'm like 18 stone, balancing on this bar. Couldn't crack it off. Why? Why not just buy a gasket? Just buy a bloody gasket, or make a gasket. They're about 3-4 quid off Crawford's, or just make some out of some gasket paper. It's not hard, but that's the sort of bodge we've had all the way through it. You know, the bloody block's been siliconed on with something like that. God knows, I hope we never have to get that off. Just no exhaust gasket on it, pissing oil out all over. I mean, just honestly, the amount of things we've found, the wrong drawbar on it, held on with about 2 bolts, and yeah, I could go on and on and on and on and on. But anyway, this tractor's spent its life up in Scotland. It was in the Outer Hebrides, sold new. I think it's the only field marshal sold new to the Outer Hebrides. And basically, long story short, ended up round Scotland till about, I think, 10, 15 years ago. And it's changed hands like an Oct 80, to be honest. Everyone's just passed it round and passed it round. I think they've seen it for, God, that's a piece of shit, that's all, we're going to sell it, rather than do it. And it's just gone round that many people. So, yeah, it come to us, And because we are agricultural engineers, it's what we do, we repair stuff. I thought, I can't really sell it on, it's not a very good reflection of us. Even though we're not responsible for the workmanship, it might reflect that we've done something. And Christ, I don't want my name put into that. So, yeah, we're balls deep into it of about, God, I don't know, I would dread to think if we spent £4,000 on it, £5,000 on it, I've no idea. I don't count it, to be honest, I just want it right. Money's sort of irrelevant when it's got to be done, and it needs to be right. Yeah, you're never going to get out of it what you put in. That's not why we do it with these. These are just what we collect, you know. Yeah, so I'm going to get on now, stop moaning, and hopefully put this pump in this tractor and get it all bled through, build it up, see if I can get a tune out of it. So let's see how we go.